Our band was called Bi Curious, and it's a project we've been talking about doing for a while. But it was one of those things where we always talked about it, and what was so great about the RPM Challenge was that we actually finally just did it. Instead of just talking about it when we got drunk every once in a while, we'd be like, we should have this band.
The RPM Challenge has been amazing because it gives us, it gives you kind of that kick in the pants to do something about it. You know?
We all have jobs that we have to do to sustain ourselves, but we always have that itch to create.
My name is Jason W. McKenzie. I am 32 years old. I live in Portsmouth, Virginia.
I thought it was perfect for me, being in such a huge writing rut, to take up this challenge and get back into the swing of writing and putting ideas down on tape, on paper. That was the biggest challenge for me, was just to do that. I hadn't been doing that at all for a while.
And the RPM Challenge came along at such a great time in the middle of the winter when most people kind of just want to sit back and watch TV. It's like, get up off your butt and write some songs.
Okay, we have a first here, an RPM first. This is Dachshund on Squeaker.
What I like about the challenge is that it's not, you have to make the greatest album ever, there's no winning, and there's no, so I think that's such a great thing about, it's just, we got it done, and we really are happy with it, and, we listen, I listen to it every day.
That's the best part of the challenge, it's just you and against you, and there's no competition against the other guys, and you better have to put up with your crap and do it.
Musicians tend to get it. It's more the civilians that have trouble understanding and don't understand why everybody would want to do this thing if nobody's going to win. And
I didn't win?
Not this year, John, sorry.
It's just one of those things you keep putting off, and finally you realize that it's the unfinished novel syndrome. If I never do it, no one can say it's bad, and finally, some encouragement from RPM when they said, doesn't matter, just do it, get it out there. And I said, okay.
Yeah, it's Mental Vision. I don't even think y'all ready for this time around. Hey yo, slang exchanger, Mike no stranger. Cane drop mystical beats, I scream danger. Watch yourself, Brooknology, that's major. Throw a couple balls on the track, that's a banger. Straight from the jungle, a lion bred from anger. Haiti flag dripping like I'm certified gangster.
I use a Cakewalk home studio, and that allows me to use all different sorts of instruments and make it sound like it's a band, even though it's just me.
Similar to Kinetic, the energy makes you feel
it's a Tascam 4-track.
Every minute, every day, every hour, every second, anyhow, anyway.
My electric guitar is a Schecter, and it's the greatest guitar I've ever owned.
Accept criticism, but it don't phase. See, we out for a cool million.
Yeah. That is the Kenwood 2-track. It's 1 billion years old. Next to the recalled Peanut Butter.
Enjoy in the jungle of concrete, no trees. Up in the Phillies, Dutchess to colonize the island became the cities. Natives evaded crack of the rapture, evaded capture. When they tunnel through the surface, it's over. Murderous after. Call me
on too long. Don't you think you should quit it? It's gone on too long.
People inspire and encourage from so many different types of musical backgrounds, and you get DJs and ambient and hard rock and crazy stuff, and it's just everybody's telling everybody how great they are, and you can't get that anywhere.
Any time of the day or night you'd log in and somebody would be blogging and just completely engaged in making art, and that's the way the world should be.
During the month, everybody would chime in with gear questions, or a lot of people would be, some people would ask, hey, does anybody play violin, and can you add some tracks? Where do you live? What are your top 5 albums?
I didn't blog. I didn't want to talk to anybody really. I just wanted to write it and do it. But when I saw there was some getting
in Antarctica and in Israel and Ireland, and so I'm thinking, man, I felt them just from knowing that. I felt them. I said, man, this is cool. So
it was like, well, if they can do it in those ridiculous circumstances, then obviously we can. You know.
In these ridiculous circumstances.
In these ridiculous circumstances, exactly.
I will overcome these pieces of wood and string.
I'm really happy to be part of the RPM Challenge. I found out about it when I was listening to NPR radio, which I love, and they directed me to the RPM Challenge website. So I got an email from you guys, and you want to know some questions. You want me to answer some questions. So I printed it up here. Here's, what is your name? I'm Jill Trenholm. And where are you from? I'm born in Sheridan, Wyoming. I've been living in Arizona for the last 6 years, and 3 months ago I moved here to Las Vegas.
I'm based here in New York, in Brooklyn. Daryl is based in Oaxaca, Mexico, and we collaborate through a piece of technology on the internet called Ninjam.
In talking with a bunch of people over this past year, there's bands that started because of this. There's all sorts of creativity that's come out of it. And hopefully, we'll see a bunch more because of this year's.
People feel free to explore all these new avenues that they might not try normally, and they come out great. There's this energy and creativity to them that is so refreshing.
Yeah, I think the hugeness of this that I've recently heard about is it made it feel like I was part of something kind of awesome.